Hey everybody, this is Steve with Press Start News, and I'm back with another Video Games Monthly unboxing and recent pickups. Got a stack here, so let's get right into it. Alright, so for those that don't know, Video Games Monthly is a subscription service. They send you a box like this one every month. You get to choose between 3, 4, 5, and 10 games in each box. Occasionally you will get 1-ups or 2-ups, which means you get an extra game. And they send you games that you get to keep, ranging from, I believe, Atari 2600 all the way up to, I believe now they're doing, I know they do Wii, I think they might be doing PS3, somewhere along there, not current gen, but at least last gen all the way back. So I get the box of 5. I get Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, and Nintendo 64. So let's open it up and see what we got. The space here is not a lot of space. Got this big stack over here. Alright, so they send you the standard card to let you know to update your library, because it doesn't update automatically. So you add a list of games for those systems that you choose, so they don't send you duplicates. So you have to update that with this and any other games that you might have picked up, so they don't send you extras. And they always add an extra little item in the box. This is what they sent this month. It has their logo on it. So I've watched a few unboxings already and had to look at their Facebook page. So everybody was wondering what this thing is. Apparently it's a cell phone holder. So it's got a little microfiber cloth in there, and I think this flips around. Yeah, so then you stick your phone in there. Get my phone out. Stick your phone in there and it sits up like that. There you go. So that's pretty cool. I'll definitely be making use of this, because I have my old phone I use as like an MP3 player, or to stream, off of Spotify or something. So when I'm at work, so I'll sit this on my desk and put the phone in there. That'll be cool. Awesome. Alright, let's get to the games. That's why you're here, right? Alright, so first game is the NES game, Tiger Heli. I remember playing this game years back. A friend of mine, I borrowed it from him. Remember it being pretty decent. It was never anything I felt like I need to go rush out and get. I guess I got my feel of it from the trade, but it was not a bad game. So I'm glad to have that one. Give that one a shot. This one, I used to have this. I don't know what happened to my copy. Pinbot. So this is actually a NES recreation of an actual Williams, I believe it was Williams arcade pinball machine that was, based off basically a robot and everything. It's actually a lot of fun. This was the first time I actually really seriously played any kind of video game pinball. I actually played it quite a bit. I think somebody gave it to me like a birthday gift or something, but it was actually a lot of fun, so that's pretty cool to get that back. So another Nintendo game, Super Pitfall. So anybody knows me know I'm all about my Atari. I still have my 5200, looking for a 78 so I can get 26 and 78 games. And Pitfall was one of the first 2600 games that my dad got when we got a 2600 when I was a kid, and this was, aside from playing that horrible version of Pac-Man, this was a game that we played quite a bit. It's Pitfall. So I've never played Super Pitfall, so I don't know what the difference is, and I don't recall ever seeing this game before. But Pitfall, any Pitfall, I'm glad to have that. So, VGM, if you're watching that Mayan Adventures, I'd love to see that on Super Nintendo. That would be great. But let's move on. Got a Genesis game, Come to Tasmania. So this is Tasmania on the Sega Genesis. I have Tasmania on the Super Nintendo, and they are completely different games. The other one, the Super Nintendo one, it's mode 7. He's running at the screen. You're picking up stuff and avoiding things. This is a platformer. This is, I would probably say, the better game, or better version of the two. But I've never played this version, so I can't say that with 100% certainty. But this I recall being the better of the two because of the style of game that they chose to go with. And last game is an N64 game, Jet Force Gemini. And I remember this one coming out. I never actually got to play this one, so it'd be good to actually give this a try. I've heard good things though. It's, of course, it's rare, so that's always a good thing. So definitely good to give this a go. Alright, so that's all the games from VGM. You can see over here the X-Man back there. You've probably seen some of his live streams on our channel. He's back there playing Destiny 2 he just bought. So maybe we'll get him to stream some and let you guys take a look at it. But let's get back to the games that we have here. So we got a stack of things here. I'll start with the cartridges I got. This one came from a Goodwill, The Incredibles on Game Boy Advance. I think this was like $1 or $2, something like that. So whenever I go on Goodwill and they have any decent Game Boy Advance games, or just Game Boy games in general that aren't, Mary Kate and Ashley or Hello Kitty or so. Well, Hello Kitty I might get for my daughter, but it's just the games that nobody really wants. As long as because they got a bunch of those sitting in there right now. But as long as it's not one of those, then I usually pick it up since it's usually just a couple bucks. We went to the Southeast Game Exchange over in Greenville, South Carolina. That was Saturday a couple weekends ago, and was really good. I kind of underestimated what they would actually have available. It was only their second year, and I mean it was vendors packed. There was a guy that was in there. Believe his name was, is it Mick? I forget his name. But he, if you watch RGT85's video on the event, he talks about him quite a bit, and he's not underselling this guy's table. He had some of everything, and his prices were incredibly cheap. I mean, it was I was just shocked when I saw it, and I was mad I didn't see him first because he was in the back corner. So, but his table was crowded and people were just raiding it because the prices were so great. But I found quite a few commons that were not so common for me that I'd actually been looking for a while. So I was able to actually grab a couple Genesis games I was looking for. Got the first Streets of Rage. Label's a little bit beat up on these, but that's okay. And Streets of Rage 2. This is the not for resale version. There were some copies of Streets of Rage 3. Of course, they were incredibly highly priced, but I mainly wanted the first one, and the second one I just happened to come across at a good price, so I went ahead and grabbed it. A couple Super Nintendo games. I got the original Star Fox, and you'd probably be surprised I didn't have Super Mario World. So I got both of those. Got a few NES games. This one, apparently I already had Skate or Die and never actually put it. I think I got it from Video Games Monthly, and I never actually put it on my list of games that I own. So I unintentionally bought it again. But this was like $2 or $3, so no harm, no foul. Really, not that big of a deal. But it was between that and Eternal Champions, and I had a copy of Eternal Champions on Sega CD, so I was kind of like, I should have got the Eternal Champions because I didn't have the Genesis card of that. So I got also Ninja Gaiden, and not all these came from the same guy. There's a few different vendors I kind of moved around and grabbed different things from. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, And to close out my Ninja Turtles collection, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. So I've got now 1, 2. I had 3 already, which is the Manhattan Project, I think is the name of it, and 4 on Super Nintendo. So I've got all 4 of the Turtles games now. So that's awesome to close that out. We'll go ahead and get into some of the PC games here. I found all the rest of this came from either Goodwill or a thrift store in the area. It's a copy of Portal 2 for PC. A copy of Grand Theft Auto 3, and it is complete. It's got the map and everything in there, game in the jewel case. So that's pretty cool to have that go along with my other GTA I got last time. Rallisport Challenge on the PC. I got the old Best Buy sticker for when it was $20. And a couple of big box games that I got, not so much just to play, but more so just for the aesthetics of it and the nostalgia factor. Need for Speed SE, and now this is, if I remember correctly, not the very first release, but the first variation of Need for Speed. As you can see, it's Road and Track presents the Need for Speed. After that, it was Need for Speed, and they had different variations of it. But I remember playing this, and it was more like just kind of driving around and very simulation type. But I mostly got it because I wanted to put this up on the shelf and have it on display. Not really so much to play it. Before I move all this stuff out of the way, got Crimson Skies on the PC. I have a couple of copies on the original Xbox, but I saw the PC version, and it was I waited until the proper 50% off day and got both of these half off. So and Rallisport as well. I think I got all those at half off. Might have been Grand Theft Auto 2, but went ahead and did that to kind of just shorten the, lessen the cost on those, because I knew that Crimson Skies would be there for a minute. So let me kind of shift some stuff here a little bit so that we got some room. All right, so we've got a few more games here. A couple of 360 games. Got LA Noire, which I've never played, so I wanted to go ahead and grab this and give it a try. And then it just so happens just a couple days ago they announced that they're doing a remastered version for current gen, so not making it backward compatible, I assume. So, but that's okay. I have a digital copy of this, but I wanted to have a physical copy of Red Dead Redemption. And both of these are complete. Yes. LA Noire has all 3 discs in there, so yep, those are good. Now, this was the one that I thought was just a great pickup of the whole month. This first one actually came from Goodwill. The rest of them came from this other thrift store that's in the area. SSX Tricky on the Gamecube. All the rest of these are Gamecube games. This is I think the only one that doesn't have, hitting the mic, the only one that doesn't have a manual, so it's not complete. But I love this game. This was actually one on the Xbox, original Xbox. This is one of the first launch games that I had, and we played that a ton. It was a great game. So I'm gonna put these in a bit of a different order just for the fun of it. And we're gonna go through a couple games. All these were $2 a piece at this thrift store. I love this place. When they've got stuff, they got something good, and it's priced cheap. When they don't, it's just pointless to walk in the door. But you got to go in because you never know what they're gonna have. So all these are GameCube games. We got Street Hoops. We got NFL Street. Fantastic Four, and you can see the price right there is $2 on every one of them. I haven't cleaned those off yet. A couple of these I have. Spyro, Enter the Dragonfly. Simpsons Hit and Run, True Crime New York City, and then 2 I moved down to the bottom of the stack. Def Jam Vendetta, and my personal favorite out of the stack, Def Jam Fight for New York. I saw this. I didn't even care. I didn't even see the rest of the stuff. I saw this, and I got super excited as soon as I saw that. I said, "Oh, that's coming home." And then I saw Vendetta, and then I saw Simpsons and the other stuff. So then I was like, "Oh yeah, give me that. Yeah, $2. I'm taking them all." So yeah. So that's all of this stuff for the month, and I was so happy to get all these things. Great box from Video Games Monthly. VGM, if you're watching this video and you see this part of it, keep doing what you're doing. Great boxes. I've never had a problem with the boxes that I've gotten. The videos I see of other people's unboxings, in the pictures that they've been posting, you guys never cease to amaze me. The stuff that you put in your boxes monthly and satisfy everybody, and you get the value of the games is appropriate, unlike some other services, which is that I did my research, and that's why I picked Video Games Monthly, because they do things the proper way. Keep them coming. It'd be great to see a 1-up or so coming up soon. Maybe a partners pack. That would be awesome. Send some Star Wars. That would be great. Some super Star Wars games. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. This is Steve of Press Start News. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button, so that way you know when these videos go live. I'm working on some other stuff. I know the video's been slow and it's been mostly the unboxings. I'm working on, you can kind of see the rooms rearranged a little bit. I'm trying to work on things here and trying to get some things situated, so that we can get more content going, not only in the videos but also on the site, PressStartNews.com. Make sure you guys go check that out. But we're working on it, and we're definitely dedicated to try to keep things moving forward. But make sure you subscribe and check us out on the website, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's all Press Start News. Like us on Facebook, whenever we post something, we always put it on our Facebook as well as all our social media. So that's about it. You guys take care. Have a good one. Keep gaming. Later.